Hey everybody, welcome to Game and Talk. Today we have Dan,
Hey.
Rowan,
Sup?
and I'm JP. And today, augmented reality.
Ooh, I love augmented reality.
So Rowan, you tried the Hololens, correct?
Yeah, back in November, I went to Niagara Falls. There was a conference on interactive touch screens there and a variety of other things. On the second day, there was a demo thing, and Google was there, and they brought the HoloLens. Is it Google?
That's Microsoft.
Oh, never mind. The other guys. Shows how much I know. Sorry, I was just remembering how awesome it was because no one else got to try it. It was really sweet.
So, what did you try on it?
All I had set up was sort of just like just a basic demo. Like you were able to manipulate I believe it was a box.
Yeah.
Right. So they had the HoloLens set up as well as the Kinect there. Right. So you use the Kinect to like grab and move the box around. The image it projected was really good. So everything was a little gray, right? Because you're looking through the lens, but the box looked like it could actually be right.
Like it was a solid box.
I think they intentionally made it a little grainy so that you could tell.
But like, could you see through the box?
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could see through the box, but you could also move it behind you, move it around.
No, as in like it seemed like a physical, solid object.
I'm sure you could easily make it look like a physical, solid one. Oh, they had a pyramid as well. That one was solid.
Okay.
Right.
Like if I put my hand behind it.
Oh, if you put your hand behind the solid pyramid, you couldn't see it.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was asking.
It was. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's like.
Case, yeah.
So
it was really good.
Yeah, and like it felt natural and everything.
Yeah, it felt really natural. It felt like I could like literally just walk past the box and completely ignore it, or I could like pick it up, assuming that the manipulation control was pretty good. There was only two major problems I had with it, which was manipulation control as well as the range of sight. So the manipulation was only as good as the Kinect allowed for, which, don't get me wrong, the Kinect is good, but compared to the HoloLens, it's a few generations behind, it feels.
Okay.
Right? But, I mean, that's just, that's not anyone's fault. It's technology, just needs to catch up with itself. And then the range of sight was not very big. I'd say it was about a thin pair of glasses, and then it was just a solid...
solid black,
all right, casing around it in order to keep you focused. So you had to turn your head a lot to be able to see everything. But other than that, it was really good. So
all right. So, but you didn't try a game at all yet, or
no? They didn't have anything set up on that.
Okay,
end.
but this is all the way back in November. So
yeah, it was back in November.
I've heard they've got Portal working for that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That would be
a developer actually was working on that. I saw that. Yeah. So
that'd be a lot of fun. Holy shit!
So when you say the Kinect, is it built in or is it like an external unit?
It's an external unit. So you have the Kinect in front of you, and you have the lens set up on your head.
All right. You think that they could change it to be closer to an all-in-one unit?
Oh, if they did, it would have to be almost like the Vive kind of setup. If they did, right? Because everything would have to be contained within the headset or. In some sort of like around the room cameras.
Yeah. Well, also with that, your hands would have to be within the field of the Kinect.
Exactly.
If you put the Kinect in here, your hands would have to be up here to do anything because it wouldn't pick them up down here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a good point. That's
right.
A good
like
point.
Kinect has to be able to see you, and then you can grab and pull it away.
Yeah. Okay. That's a point I didn't think about.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So for gaming, we've seen examples of augmented reality before in many ways. One of the most recent ones being Pokemon Go.
Oh god, that was
awful.
And I say that very generously about augmented reality because it was augmenting your reality. It's true to the fact.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the greatest use of it. Mainly because the game itself wasn't the best.
No, yeah, see, I had such high hopes for it when it first came out because I was working in the lab here on campus, the HCI lab on campus, over the summer, and it came out, and I was really excited because, well, first of all, the connection in the lab is a little off, so you just leave the game running, and your guy would kind of run back and forth, racking up them points, so I was like, oh, that's sweet, but also, it was something to do on my lunch break, and I got really excited. And I was like, oh, sweet, this is great. And I started walking around, and I'm like, oh, hey, there's a guy right there. And I was like, wait a minute. I kind of like look because you can do that camera look through the camera thing.
Yeah.
And I did that at first. I mean, it killed my battery too much, so I kind of stopped after that. But I looked, and then I looked kind of through the camera, and then at the spot, and I was like, this is off by a little bit because the Geodude who's in front of me is like, I know they float, but he was way off. Like he was like on top of like that statue.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, this is like, it was not tight.
I've had like Pidgeys show up like on a wall.
Yeah,
it's like bricks. And it's like sitting on top of a brick.
I think it has like the shadow under. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's mainly down to having a single camera and not being able to see depth.
Well, yeah, but the way they advertised it is it made it look like it had a much more sophisticated surface detection.
So yeah, phones itself, right, as it stands right now, is definitely not the best for augmented reality. Although there is a phone that Google is developing meant for augmented reality. I'll talk about that later. But in terms of game design, what did it do right? What did it do wrong, you felt like?
Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they used pre-existing data from another game they developed, and that kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. You have the stuff right there. However, the problem is they didn't use all the points they had. So, it felt like I had to do, like, a lot more moving around, because I think they only used, like, 3/4 of all the data they had.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I might just be talking out of my ass here, but I heard that they didn't use all the points. Of reference they had, which was kind of annoying because there was nothing by my house. I had to walk for about 10 minutes before I got to even one.
Same here. There was nothing in my area of town at all, and I had to walk. Yeah, I had to walk for about 5 or 6 minutes before I even saw a single thing.
Yeah.
Having the problem with having relying on metadata for your game is that, especially for a global game, is there's a lot of shit you have to do.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I mean, I respect that networking aspect of it, but that also reminded me of the other thing that they did wrong, which was completely take away all of the hard shutdowns of all the fan based assistant tools.
Banning rooted phones. But banning rooted phones made me quit the game. My phone's rooted. I'd rather have all that utility than unrooted just to play.
Yeah, no. With that one update, they killed every Android power user.
Exactly. And then, I mean, I understand getting rid of farms that cheese the game, but at the same time, not everyone can walk everywhere, right? So it's really,
shutting down the smartwatch assistant.
Yes, that's the big one.
Yes, there used to be one where someone made a smartwatch app where you'd log into it on your app and it would go off and it would just buzz and say you're near a Zubat, so you could pull out your phone.
So wait, was this for Android Wear?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Why didn't I know about this?
Because it got killed almost immediately.
Yeah, they were jackasses. If there's one thing a game should never do, it's kill your community.
Yeah.
The second you start going after your community, you fucked up.
I don't think their intention was to go after the community. Their intention was to go after the cheaters. But because they did it in such a broad way, that it ended up killing their community, especially on Android.
Yeah. Also, again, that Android Wear thing, that is such a useful tool. It's I don't need to have my phone screen turned on.
Yeah.
I can walk around the park. I'm near a Zubat, and...
Well, I mean, I would ignore it because fuck Zubat.
True. All right. But a little bit more on topic. Let's not turn this into a Pokemon Go hate parade.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Let's not.
So, in terms of augmented reality, catching Pokemon, it was there. Augmented reality was there, but it didn't feel necessary. Yeah. You could turn it off, and everything suddenly became a million times easier.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is, I actually played Pokemon Go not too long ago, and now there's a bit of a random movement if you don't have augmented reality on.
Oh, really?
Nice. Yeah. So it kind of tries to even it out. There's still not much point.
Oh, wait, move around
like
racks up kilometers.
No. And when you're trying to catch a Pokemon, and you're on the Pokemon catch screen, and like it stays there for a while, and then it starts like doing figure eights or moving in zigzags every once in a while, just to make it seem a little bit harder. And I'm guessing that also to make people go out and get more Pokeballs.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. Was the inventory, but
that's a topic for another video.
Yeah.
The 3DS AR.
Oh, actually,
demo.
Ooh, I
wasn't ready to move on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
One thing I did want to talk about was the map system and how walking around was probably the best part of that game.
Yeah, it basically was Google Maps without the
it was straight up Google Maps
without the name.
Yeah, no, but literally walking, not walking around like to get to gyms or something. Walking around was the highlight for me. Because fucking Pokemon eggs? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll walk this shit.
Yeah, for sure. I think
10 kilometers, no problem.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'd bike and walk back and forth from work every day, and I'd get easily like a couple kilometers.
Yeah. My girlfriend and I, we'd be like, let's go hatch some eggs, and then just walk around Wascana Lake in Regina a couple times.
Nice.
Yeah, admittedly, what I did wasn't the... I had some bad habits with that Pokemon Go stuff. One time, when we were really into it, me, my roommates, some of my sister's friends were at my place partying, and I got drunk, and I was like, we should go catch Pokemon.
Oh, God.
So I got on my bike, went about half a kilometer, and realized this is a terrible idea. I'm going to go get to that gym, then come home.
Nice. Yeah.
And with your usual regular game, you're probably not putting yourself in that much danger.
No, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, that's kind of the idea of the Pokemon was like kind of the big thing for phones, I suppose.
I have one other point that just about the movement in the game.
Oh yeah.
Tracking geo distance rather than footstep counters was a good idea.
Yeah.
I know
because you can just do this, right?
Well, also that, and also I know people were bitching about how, the geo distance was always off. It was. But the thing is, people in wheelchairs, you don't have footsteps.
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Right?
Hey.
It's suddenly by doing that, you make your game a whole bunch more accessible to people with disabilities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
All right, so, yeah, I will come back to the topic I want to talk about later. Dan, 3DS airplane game or whatever the fuck it was?
Well, they had two of them. There was the heads shooting heads.
Oh, God.
And then there was the one where it had a card. Put the card on the ground, and then it would calibrate off the card, and then it would actually distort the ground and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That was kind of the big thing around then. What was that? 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the PlayStation Vita also tried doing something similar. I remember that is it a PS Vita? I remember in Project Diva, the physical edition, I got a card that you had to scan, and then you get a mini Hatsune Miku, the fucking blue Vocaloid girl.
Oh yeah.
Just dancing around. It's like, this is cool. It's not a game.
It was cool, but it was interesting.
If I do remember correctly. But yeah. So with that, it actually gave me the idea of having a virtual or augmented reality card game. And I think there's also been demos of that with Yu-Gi-Oh.
So yeah, I was going to say
the plot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Another one. AR Super Smash Bros.
Ooh, that'd be good.
On
it'd be
table,
on the table, yeah.
You'd have the calibration cards or whatever, or maybe you wouldn't need that anymore.
Well, yeah, and since the platforms wouldn't move, except in the holographic environment, then it'd be totally doable.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
And the nice thing is, that's totally doable with Unity right now. Like, their augmented reality is very tight.
Really?
Yeah, like, I was watching a video on it, and the guy was, like, flipping it all upside down. Like, when it couldn't detect it, yeah, it disappeared, but when he flipped back, it was perfectly fine.
And that's with single camera integration
Single camera integration with a static model.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
so, I mean, sure, if you move the model around, some information would be lost, but when it's static, it was perfectly tight. Like, he was moving around, and it was moving exactly as he moved the board.
That's so cool.
It was very good. I was impressed because that's their first iteration of augmented reality. So I was really impressed.
So with that, do you think any new pathways for augmented reality to open up in games? Say, oh god, I almost saw the webcam, but then I remembered the PlayStation Eye.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I think so. That's the one for...
It was like either PS3 or PS2.
PS3, I think.
Didn't have the PS3, but is that the one that you could, like, put yourself into the game with?
Yeah, and then you're just like... you're doing like the arm thing, trying to bounce stuff, or like swatting flies. Or...
Right.
Yeah.
I think... Was it PlayStation 3? I thought it might be 2. Because I remember going to a museum when I was young.
Yeah, I think it was PS2.
I think it was PS2 because I remember I was really young when I went to this museum and it had something like that. Yeah, so I'm wondering if they just hooked up a PS3 or PS2 with that and then tossed you into a game, like created otherwise.
But PSI is...
PSI is a digital camera device similar to a webcam for the PlayStation 3.
Ah, shoot.
Okay. All right, but yeah. What? Okay, on my opinions on what needs to be improved for augmented reality. I believe HoloLens is definitely the way to go.
Oh, for sure.
But what it needs to do is, I feel like we have to take what already works in real world situations without augmented reality and make it seem a little bit more superficial. So I really like the idea of having card games a la Lugia or Yu-Gi-Oh.
Lugia.
Yeah.
Who knew that Lugia, the new pharaoh? What?
Yeah.
But yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh, fucking dual decks and stuff. Use that instead. But,
Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, Magic the Gathering really as well. Just a lot of models.
I'm picturing right now the bear punch card or whatever it is. It's like super strength. It's the guy punching the bear. So when you play it, it's just this guy just like punching a bear.
Yeah.
Just pops up.
Or like, when you play land, it could actually come with like a tiny model of that land, right? Like
you have like 20 mountains in front of you. He's like, this is my life.
I am the dwarf king.
I am the king under the mountain.
But you're above the mountain.
Yeah.
I suppose if you did like this.
Try ducking under it, you just see it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest here. Is it Wizards?
Wizards of the Coast,
Wizards of the Coast, yeah.
They're too lazy to make that shit.
Of course they are.
Yeah, true.
It would have to be a fan-based build, but then you get a whole bunch of different artist models.
Yeah.
It'd be super awkward, but even still. Although they are like minifigs, augmented reality minifigs are an actual thing right now.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, you can actually... I'm pretty sure they're an actual thing. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can buy the packs for... I think it's Warhammer. You can buy like the little pogs with them, and then if you have something that can view it, it's a little animated minifig.
Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like stuff like that. Enhance, like augmented reality, enhance what's already there.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
It's really hard to act when you don't have anything that could act as a real object.
It's like leave the real gameplay like stuff for
physical
VR. Do AR for things that's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Unless you have a way to, like, I really hate the Kinect.
It's super tight. The biggest problem I have with the Kinect is just the 1-2 system, right? It's either open or it's closed, and that's the thing that really bothers me. For something like that, especially in augmented first-person reality, I want that full range of motion for my hands down to the finger.
Then again, if they do integrate some Kinect-like thing and figure out how to get a wider range in it, they could, if you're just checking arms.
Personally, I'm a fan of the Power Glove, but
Like the
Oh, no.
Super Nintendo Power Glove with all the buttons on it.
yes.
Oh no.
You are the worst Power Ranger, sir.
But full finger tracking would be really nice if we could not rely on physical objects.
Well, when you think about it, a glove is, quite frankly, the best way to go because it does allow for full finger tracking.
And also, if you put servos in there, you can have back pressure.
Intensity as well. Yeah.
That would be some really heavy.
I go to pick this up,
And then
and it stops you when you're holding it.
Yeah. So
That's a good point.
yeah. Like
That would be some really well calibrated servos.
well, to
Yeah, it would
be fair,
have
Big
to be,
Lab's
but-
already the Big Lab here on campus is working with similar ideas.
Oh, okay.
But it's with actual muscle tension instead of servos. So when
Ah.
you think about it, a machine a lot more precise and a lot more operable. I feel that it's completely doable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. My main goal is what is it? What is Carcassonne?
Carcassonne? Oh, that would be cool.
If I want to see like a full 3D Carcassonne augmented reality. I want to look down and see all the towns and the castles, people moving through them.
I got a question for you though. What happens if you build like something with a hole in the middle? Would the bunch of farmers
It would be just like
be
a
looking
big
into a
empty
void?
abyss.
You're just looking down. It's just like, oh god. You put a piece there, and they're like, huzzah!
There'd be so much, potential for just humor
Yeah.
with like the
I know.
townspeople.
That would be so funny.
I know.
Especially something with that. With Carcassonne, you could easily make it somewhat more cartoony, and then with that, I'm getting one of the problems with augmented reality is also the uncanny valley.
Yes.
Uncanny Valley?
How do you not know about the uncanny valley?
Quite easily. I don't pay attention to a lot of this stuff.
The uncanny valley for Rowan and anyone listening at home
Yes.
is
I'm the MacGuffin.
yes, you are. But you're always the MacGuffin.
That's fine.
But what it is it's the phenomenon where animation goes through this phase where it's really realistic but not quite real enough and it just looks wrong.
It just looks creepy.
Also, kind of
what's-
like the mess ups in Andromeda that have been happening with the faces.
No.
No, I'd say there's like these robots that try to simulate human faces, and they look like human faces.
but
And then when it moves, it's very robotic, and it's just like, that's not right.
Oh, in that sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. That
See if
would
I can't
look
find
weird.
some examples.
Yeah. So it's when you know something should be real, but it's not even close, or when it just completely breaks. Yeah. So, and suspension of disbelief is also something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, I don't want to be walking through hallways and fighting demons, because that would, kind of suck.
Mess you up.
Yeah. Uncanny Valley is like Polar Express movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you now. But, yeah. Oh, man, you don't want to just be, walking down the hallway one day with, your futuristic,
Goggles would be a
not even goggles, just, contact lenses, and then you just, boom, demon, it's like, motherfucker! And then the biofeedback.
finger guns,
kills
and
you.
then boop, boop, boop. No. And that's it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you really enjoyed our content, it would be really appreciated if you left a like and a comment, maybe even a subscription. And any final words, gentlemen?
Thanks.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, actually, no, never mind.
Never mind.
We covered it.
Okay. And leave a mean comment for Rowan.
Yeah. Insult Rowan, as always. Thanks for listening to our rambling. Goodbye.
I'm the one who edits this. Why do I get shit on?